I want to zoom out a bit. And can you talk about the fundamental shift in what leadership means now? Tell me a little more about that. What does that mean?
Yeah, there was a time, and frankly, some leaders are still living there, where a leader's job is to buffer their team from disruption, right? That air cover. I'm gonna hold the fort down, as you and I have
Mhm.
seen in some of our prior experiences together too. You want to shield them, and you want to keep things stable, and you want to protect the status quo. And that was the leadership paradigm. You're the protector of what was.
Well, that kind of made sense at a different time, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it made sense when the world moved a lot slower, when you actually could protect the things that you were responsible for. But when the change cycle is measured in years instead of months, that allows you the luxury to be able to do that. That world just doesn't exist anymore. And so today, the landscape is in constant motion. New technologies are coming out every single quarter. New competitors are emerging. New business models are disrupting entire industries. And so disruption isn't just coming, it's here, right? And so disruption is now the baseline. The leader who tries to protect their team from that is actually protecting their team from reality. And in that case, they're just going to be setting them up to fail.
Okay, so what's the new job then for the leader?
It's fundamentally different now. You're no longer the protector of the past. You are the guide and the go to for the future. It doesn't mean that you orchestrate every change that comes. It doesn't mean that you're always 10 steps ahead of every change. That's not it at all. Some change will come from above you, or from the market demands, or from, investor pivots or ownership pivots. Some of it just means that you have to take ownership of how that change lands with the people that you lead. And so you translate it, you contextualize it, you make it human. You help them see not just what's happening, but you help them see what it means for them and mostly how to navigate it. And that's not fluffing it. It could be you delivering a change notice and saying, hey, this is going to be a really tough couple months as we get through this.
And that's kind of a different skill set, isn't it? Entirely.
Yeah, completely different. Protecting the past is about maintaining. Guiding people towards the future is about clarity. It's about empathy and it's about ownership. So it's about being willing to admit that you too might be a little uncertain because you're all in it together, right? While you're still inspiring a level of confidence. And it's about saying, I don't have all the answers, but I am going to figure this out with you.
So you're saying that vulnerability is kind of part of leadership now and not necessarily a weakness.
Absolutely. It is absolutely a part of leadership because your team knows that there are unknowns. And the more that you try to pretend that those unknowns don't exist or that you're the one that has the answer or should have the answer, that's not going to be a good outcome because they know that's just not true. They're not asking you to pretend that unknowns don't exist. They're asking you to be straight with them about what is happening, where they are, and really to be the adult in the room and how you're going to help them navigate to the next spot.
So that means that the leader is comfortable with ambiguity.
Yeah, that's a requirement nowadays. You actually have to be able to hold ambiguity without freaking out. You have to be able to say, here's what we know, here's what we don't know, and then here's what we're going to figure out as time moves on. And then follow through on the figuring it out part, be with it in them and do this part together. If you're anxious and uncertain, then your team feels it. And if your team feels like you are anxious and uncertain, then their anxiety goes up. But if you're calm and clear, no matter what you know or don't know around you, you're committed to moving forward together. That is also something that they feel. And even in the not knowing, it's changes the entire energy in the room.